How would you like to achieve your first million? And today we have Anna joining us. She's a serial entrepreneur. So Anna, tell us, what are the 5 steps to make your first million?
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and wisdom of how they sold their first million.
The first step is to find the market. What is the need out there? What are people going to pay you for, right? You can think you built the best widget in the whole wide world, but unless that solves a real problem people are willing to pay you for, it's useless. So make sure that you really understand the market. You understand the niche that you're playing. What are you getting into? What are you offering? So that's number two, but find the need. What are people out there? And talk to your friends, talk to your colleagues. What are some of the problems that you're facing? That's the number one, making sure there's a market. The next thing is to figure out your product offering, product or service. What are you going to do? How are you going to solve that need? That's the next thing. Number three, in my opinion, is offer free trials. Give your stuff away for free. I know it sounds counterintuitive because you want to make millions of dollars, but go out there and find those people who can be your guinea pigs. Once you've got that, focus exclusively on what you can do. That's where I love what I do is I have people virtual assistants, which is so wonderful because that they can outsource. If it's in the Philippines, usually for very little money, they can outsource the admin stuff or outsource the marketing or outsource. There's a virtual assistant for everything, and you as the entrepreneur should be out there promoting, talking about what you're doing. And then that's the hard part. Now constantly refine, constantly check in, make sure you have the right team, and think big. I know it sounds counterintuitive. I know it sounds sort of not counterintuitive, but silly. But start to see and emulate what are other people in the market doing that get you to have gotten to that million. How can you partner with them? How can you talk to them? But get out there and promote your business and talk about what only you can talk about. So, there's a lot of different ways to do it, but that's been my experience in watching people. Don't reinvent the wheel. There's people who have done it already. Find out
Mm-hmm.
from them. That's
Okay.
some tips.
Okay. So now, Anna, the what message do you have for women out there that they are in a corporate job and um, they want to do a transition, they want to become an entrepreneur, and they don't feel that they have the courage enough to drop that
Mhm.
corporate job and start their own business. What
Yeah.
message do you have for women in corporate that want to become an entrepreneur?
Well, my own transition into entrepreneurship was with a franchise. So I found franchising with its proven business model and the fact that it was had the support to be a really nice transition. And that's right for some people. The other thing is women entrepreneurs, we often have other things, men too. It's certainly not unique, but a lot of women are raising kids, feel guilty about leaving their job or feel that they can't do that, they're letting people down. And this is true for men as well, but in general, I think everybody and women specifically should get to their why. I call it fire in the belly because being an entrepreneur ain't easy. It's not for the faint of heart, as you know, and I'm sure all of your audience knows, your listeners and your viewers know, it's not easy to take that leap. But if you keep track of what that fire in the belly is, and what are you trying to achieve? Get clear on the big picture. Get clear on your goals. Get clear on why are you doing this and what is it going to give you and your family. That's what I would think. And then go back to what I was talking about before and discovering what's the market that needs, what's the problem that needs to be solved, and what can you do to do that. But remember that, especially as women, and again, I'm a feminist, and so I don't want to paint a broad brush and say all women are like this. But my experience has been a lot of women and men care deeply about taking care of their family, and that's massively important to them. And as a result, it's they're afraid to let go. But remember, what you're doing is for the greater good, and it's for the benefit of your family. A lot of women and men are working 50, 60, 70-hour weeks, and any job can go away at any time. When you're an entrepreneur, you own your own destiny. You're controlling your own destiny. And that's so powerful. And keep that in mind. Keep your North Star in mind.
Outsourcing, what a powerful way to attract talent to your organization. And I think this is one of the most effective way that you can bring talent to your organization, and a cost-effective way, and also to provide an income for our global economy, because
Yes.
those ones that live in a countries that they are not as developed as United States, and they receive, they can get paid and they receive salary, well, that help the global
Yes.
economy.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more, like I shared with you before we start the broadcast. We have been outsourcing for years team member from Philippines, and our experience has been spectacular.
Yep.
There, some of them have been working for us for years and years and years. Yeah, we
Yep.
have.
Yep.
Tell us how you have this great idea to have this business, and what's the process, because you need to, in order to hire the right person, sometimes us, we also have to provide a lot of training before they
Yep.
actually start to execute the job, because a lot of training is required, because obviously different country, different culture, different guidelines, and they also,
Yep.
you have the problems that exist there, which is computer power, power cuts, times
Mm-hmm.
difference.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
For example, every time that we hire someone in our organization, the first thing that we do, we buy a computer, because we know
Yep.
for a fact that the computer, we buy a computer and we upgrade the internet until the maximum, because we know that this is something that they don't have, at least those one that because obviously, right? So
So,
that's the first thing we do.
so many
So
great
tell us about the
questions.
challenges.
So many great questions. Absolutely. Well, let me just step back and talk about outsourcing and the beauty of outsourcing and why I created time maximizers. Because the I found out for myself that as an entrepreneur and a franchise business owner, I should focus exclusively on doing the things that I'm good at. And all of that admin stuff, I could do it, but it was taking away valuable time from the revenue generating activities, but also my family and doing the things that I wanted to do and self care and everything else like that. Found the Philippines, and I found virtual assistants in the Philippines. And it was a game changer because here were men and women in the Philippines who loved doing the admin stuff. They loved being behind the scenes, and they did it so much faster and better and cheaper than I could. So that's where I found them. I've created now a separate company that has 15 virtual assistants supporting a group of about 60 to 75 people. And just to let you know, there's a lot of turnover typically in the virtual assistants world. In the almost 6 years I've been running this company, not a single person has left voluntarily. And
Hmm.
so they love working for
Retention
me and
is
my team.
amazing. Oh yeah.
Retention is amazing. And no, and unfortunately, the Philippines have, and the virtual assistants have a reputation, not the virtual assistants themselves, but the companies typically have 100% turnover. So we've got it down. We know how to treat the virtual assistants right so that they're engaged and committed and want to work and stay with you. So that's the first part. I created time maximizers as a way of expanding the virtual assistant pool to coaches. But every single coach and consultant and entrepreneur that I've ever talked to says, I don't know where to start. It's overwhelming. And to your point, they have power issues or they have computer issues or something like that. So my team and I have developed a path of 20 steps to take all of the potential virtual assistants through that path. And their virtual assistants have to be self-motivated and they have to be eager enough to work. They have to prove their experience. They have to prove their skill sets. We take them through a personality test. We take through their references. We have them do skills test. And one of the things that we check for is where are they in the Philippines? And are they likely to be in a place that loses power constantly? These are things that when I was hiring a virtual assistant the first time, I never even thought of. It's like, I'm here in California. I never thought about where in the
Tell me
Philippines,
about it.
right? Exactly. You've had to learn
Because,
that the hard way, right?
yeah. But at the end of the day, I think it's with a little bit of flexibility. I think they also have they're very keen to learn, and
Yes,
they're
very
very
much so.
coachable, and they what
Yes.
we use a policy with them. When we actually ask them, I said, guys, why are you still around? Because they've been around for years with us.
Yep.
I said, why
Yep.
you still around? You don't get bored? For sure, you people can pay you more money uh, um, for what you do because you see, you said that you work for me and you show everything that you have done for me. Even they can pay you more money, and they always tell me, Harry, we are happy with the money that we make, and we like to work with you.
Yep.
So
Yep. Yep.
once you establish the relationship with them and you treat them nicely and you are and you treat them friendly, you give them a space for progression. I think that this is something that
Yes.
we
Yeah.
are always doing in our company. Why we're always doing something new.
Yep.
Here they
Yep.
never get bored. Yeah,
Exactly. Well,
never.
and they
Yeah.
oftentimes want to work because they have families that they want to
Absolutely.
support. They like to work the hours. I mean, and one of the things that we screen for is, if the client is looking for somebody who will work US based hours, we can find that for you.
Mhm.
Because what we do is we work with the clients. You tell us your requirements. You give us your laundry list. You give us your shopping list. Can't guarantee we'll find everything on that list, but we know how to screen. My team and I, between all of my team, we've got decades of recruiting,
This is your
training,
background. That
managing
was your
branch.
background in that was your background in corporate anyway, right? It was related with that.
Exactly. I myself have spent more than 25 years helping people find jobs. My team in the Philippines, and again, I've got a team of 15 people over there. That their role, they've been recruiting and MBA recruitment for years and decades. We know what we're doing, and so we offer a flat fee to clients and say, "Tell us what you want." And the next thing they have to do is show up for the interviews. That's all they have to do. They show up, they interview the top 3 or 4 candidates, choose that candidate, and they're off to the races. Not only
I
that,
think it's very helpful the service that you provided because it takes few skills and to find the right person.
it does. It
Because
does.
yeah, they all need a job, so they all will tell you yes.
Yep,
That they know how to
exactly.
do things and things like that, and you cannot blame them, right? And then where in order to find the right person, and especially it's more also about culture as well, because at the end of the day, the culture of this employee has to match the culture of your own organization. I think
Yep. And that's
that's
one
the
of the
bottom
things we
line.
look for. Yeah, that's
That's
one
the bottom line. So the bottom part. So how you make sure that the people that you bring them to your clients, they fit into the culture of that particular company, because that would be key, not for the employee to be happy. The culture of the employee has to match the culture of the company,
Yep,
basically.
yep,
That's the
yep.
secret.
That's
What we
one of the
find out.
things that we screen for. I'm not going to reveal all my trade
Okay,
secrets, but that's one
okay.
thing that we
Yeah.
definitely screen for is that we really get to know the client. and get to know what the client is looking for and able to match that. And that's one of the things that we look for.
It's key.
We
It's key.
also, massive. It's, it's
That we define the retention of the employee. We have in our experience, we have those ones that match our culture. When it comes to technical skills, give it or take, they get it there. Some of them take 1 month, or they take two, some they take three, depend. But they eventually they all
Mhm,
learn.
mhm.
The we know for the fact that we have to be patient. Some of them learn faster than the other one. But the other thing is that again, that culture fit is what those ones that have last longer in our company. I believe that have been the key factor. So, what are the positions that people are more demand? Like, I mean, we have social media, we have accounts, video
Mhm,
editor, graphic
mhm,
designers. Any
mhm,
other
mhm.
positions that companies are looking out there to outsource?
So there's a lot of different options. So just generally, we offer three different levels of placement. The general admin, who can do your mail and do,
Like a VA, yeah,
general,
virtual
a
assistant.
traditional VA, right? Then we also have a more specialized level for those people who are looking for that photo editing, that net media, that social media, the sales, the project management. We have a level like that.
Project
And we
management.
also can, yeah, more management. And then we also have a level executive assistant. So that person is going to be your true right hand person. So we can screen for all three. In addition, we've developed specialties. We've got three, possibly four right now, and are in the process of developing more. We've got virtual assistants who are specifically focused on franchises and helping franchise brokers. We've got that going on. We're developing and have made some tremendous traction on finding virtual assistants for realtors because they need a lot of help in the managing, and especially here in California and
The
across the
follow.
country. There's so much detail and precision, things like that. We've got financial advisors. We're working on that. Developing a team of financial advising VAs, and we've also got photo editing. And we were having, because there's a lot of photographers who want to take pictures. They don't want to sit in the dark room, editing the photos. We have teams that can do that.
Yeah,
Not to
absolutely.
mention marketing and graphic design and all kinds of great stuff.
My sister just got married and still the photos are not ready. And I said to the photographer, listen, I thought to my sister, I said, why they taking too long? He said, no, because they need to edit the photo. I said, look, they give me the raw photo for the wedding and my team in Philippines can do this in the heartbeat. I can't tell you this.
Exactly,
I don't know why they,
exactly.
obviously they're taking longer because they're doing manually themselves and it's a time consuming
It is a time-consuming
activity. You have to
process.
put time of
Yeah,
it. And then if you're doing manually here in the United States, it's going to take time.
it is.
And
So
reason why it's so
outsource
expensive.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we tell all of those people, focus on what you do well. In this case, take photographs. Have somebody else do
absolutely.
the. Why should you? I mean, if somebody's making $1 million, right? They're making $500 an hour, typically, right? Approximately. Do you want to be spending $500 an hour when you can be spending, $10 an hour for somebody to do that work for you or less? I mean, it's a no-brainer.
I couldn't agree more. Like I said, my first business was in property. We managed to sell over 5 million, and it was actually we were in rooms, and but the process was online, and we started to hire. I remember the first outsourcer. My girlfriend Lily hired the person, and Lily's say, okay, Lily said, I'm gonna find a helper. Okay, Lily, he hire someone. So now the person Lily come to me and said, look, you see, do you remember this graphic design, whatever? Look, the guy did it. And then we have a video, whatever. And Harry, do you remember this video that we have? Look, the guy did it. I look at
Yep,
the
I
video,
know.
look at the
It's
image. Then,
amazing.
hold on. Then Lily said, no, I want to have a website, blah, blah, blah. Lily comes to a website and said, look, you see the website I want to do? Look, it's done. I said, who did it? He said, the guy. Do you remember the salsa guy that I took? I told Lily, Lily, this doesn't work for you anymore. It works for me. from now on. And he's actually our IT director after 14 years.
Yep, I love it.
I said, this guy doing this, he doesn't work for you anymore. So so the whole point, I mean, he worked for us, Lily and I worked together.
Right, right,
So
right.
this is when I discovered honestly the power of this thing. It was not even me, it was Lily, my girlfriend. She's in the photograph right behind me.
Yep.
And since we adore them, and we hired during the years, 14, 16 years, lots of them. Some come and go. It depends, 3 year, 4 year cycle. Some of them get pregnant. We have someone that works for us now on a consultancy basis. When she started, she was really young. She said she don't have kids. Now she had 3 kids. So the whole thing changed completely. But I
Yep.
still around, and obviously she comes as a consultant, and she maybe 5, 6, 8 hours per week with us. We're still hanging out with her. Don't go.
Yes, yes,
I mean, and
exactly.
she's around. She's brilliant. After they were so many years with us, like team, honestly, in Philippines, when I said, even this podcast, I said to my team, this true story. Yeah, I told them, guys, I want to do a podcast. Well, no, Lily, my girlfriend, dragged me to this. Oh, let's do a podcast. Meaning Harry do it first, and after I do it. But anyway, I went to the team and I said, guys, I want to do a podcast. And my team said, Harry, what is this? I said, I don't know. We have to do it. And they told us, okay, give weeks, and we will find out. And after 3 weeks, my team came and said, Harry, listen, just press the button. Press it and forget about it. It will go to all your social media. It will go to the website already done. So we already found out everything about the thing you want to do. And they didn't.
Exactly.
They did. They are
Yeah.
they're proactive. I mean, we train them in this way, working with us. This is something that. So we never see from, but that's is again embedded with the culture of our company. We never hear our sources say, "This is not my job," because we don't train them in this way.
No,
When they come,
exactly.
they know that working with us, this roller coaster, and we need to do a lot of things, and we always researching, doing new things. So the good thing is you don't get bored and you learn a lot. The bad thing is that one day we can come, we want to do a podcast, and they're like, "What is this?" I said, "I don't know. Find out." Say, "Okay, wait, let's see what you want to do." So,
It
but
sounds like my team. Yep.
yeah, we've been around this for years, and we're okay.
Yep.
so
Yep. Exactly.
so the whole point is, and by the way, I have to tell them they have done a great job with the podcast. You will see, you very impressed what they have done. Last week, Tommy and they told me, Harry, the podcast also goes to Amazon Music and Amazon Books, and I'm like, how you guys do that? And he told me, by the way, it goes so automatically. Just don't touch anything. And
I hear that a lot too. Let us take care of
and
it.
how you guys do this? And they say, do you really want me to explain? I said, no, leave it. I know you
Yep.
pull it. I don't know why you connected with the. I don't know what you did. I know that it works. Leave it. So they're brilliant, and can do a lot of good things for companies out there. So the entrepreneurs, we talk a lot about this one. Is entrepreneurs should be working not in the business, should be working on the business,
100%.
taking the finding what are the key things that only he can do, right?
Right,
Um,
exactly. Hire a good team. You hire the right team. I mean, look at my business. It started with, oh, I need a VA. 5 years later, I've got a team of 15 employees doing all the work. And the other thing I highly recommend is hire a manager
you
over
need
there.
to have some management skills, and you need to
Yep,
learn how to train and how to manage this.
yep,
The
yep,
Because when they are not responding, this is what we learn around the year, and when they are not performing, it's not the fault, it's your fault.
yep, yep,
You hire them correctly, and they values don't match the value of your companies. Yeah, like for example, somebody that want to do only one job specific, it won't fit in my company. They can be
yep,
brilliant, but
yep.
if they only want to do only one thing and everything, in hours they're not gonna fit, and nothing wrong
And
with
that
them,
goes
nothing
back to
wrong
the
with us.
culture. That
Exactly,
goes back to the culture that you're talking
culture.
about. Some people, I just helped hire a bookkeeper, right? And they needed very specific, very good skills and somebody who's going to be doing bookkeeping. This was not going to be a role that was going to be wearing multiple hats. And the client needed that. And that's exactly what the VA wanted. And that's what we did. We made that match.
Absolutely, absolutely. That with the culture is key. Yeah,
Yep.
and
Yep.
but again, the produce also, like I said, we didn't gonna know like this, that when we start this journey with our salsa, she was really really young. She always have been amazing, sharp, but
Yep.
now she have 3 kids. So now when I talk to her, I say, how the kids are doing? I say, well, they're keeping me
Yeah.
busy. I say, I know.
I can imagine.
So
Yeah.
you can see them grow. You can see them grow. The person, we're talking about years and years of relationship. But the best thing about everything, in my opinion, is that when I want to do something, they know me so well. They know me better than I know myself.
I
So
know.
sometimes
Isn't that
when I get,
amazing?
after so much time, they know when we are up to, and when I said I want to do a podcast, they already know what type of podcast. They know that it's not gonna be something simple. They know that it's gonna be
Yep.
something that had to be top of the line, and they are looking and researching for this. So when they come back to me, they're coming back from something from top of the line,
Yep.
because they already know how we think, how
Yep.
we operate, and this brilliant because it does save a lot of time.
Yep. Yep.
They know our brand
Well,
standards. Yeah.
and I think that's so key too. As the entrepreneur, you have the vision and you've got all the great ideas. Hire the team to help you manage that. And in my case, they're out constantly having to harness me in and say,
Mm.
okay, Anna, that's great, but we need to focus on this right now, or let's table that. And that's what a good team does for you is they help you get clear. My executive, my right hand person, she's constantly saying, okay, Anna, let's table that. Okay. She was complaining the other day and with she was teasing me. She's like, I'm getting whiplash, Anna. It's like, yes,
So
I
much
know.
going on.
And that's
Yeah,
why you need a team.
yeah, that's fantastic. Anna, and how's the life as a serial entrepreneur? Because having one business or looking after one business is already a bit of overwhelming, and now you have two
I
and
have
15
three.
employees. Three?
I have
What's the
three.
other one? Ah, there was
Well, the
one more.
first one is the franchise. The second one is the VA program for the franchisees and the third one is time maximizers. And
Ah,
so
wow,
the
three businesses. So,
placement,
so how is
three
life with three
businesses.
businesses?
It's crazy, and I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way. I
Oh,
hate
look at
being
you.
bored. I hate being
Well,
bored,
you're
and
not
I
gonna get
love.
bored with three businesses. This I can tell
You're
you
not going
for
to get
sure.
bored with three businesses. Yeah, exactly. And having the different hats. And frankly, the first two businesses, they're on autopilot. They're doing fine. They don't need a whole lot of my time and attention. I'm one of those people that I have the ideas. I have the creative, oh, let's do this, the creative spark. I need somebody else to come in and implement those ideas, which is why I have that
Absolutely.
team of virtual assistants.
Same here. And I think that that's the point of the business is that you create it and you put it to running what we call it an autopilot. You hire the right
Yes,
team, and that team
exactly.
knows how to bring the client, how to deliver the service, how to operate that business. You can even put a business operator, and that's it. The A lot of leadership comes into this to achieve this goal. I remember that because the people working in that organization, they had to, us as an entrepreneur, we need to make them to become leaders, and
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the leadership in
Yep.
that organization, so that the organization can run without
Yep.
you. I know this for a fact because my first business, the property one day I arrived to the office and the manager told me, Harry, go home. We don't need you. I'm like, what? Say no.
That's not easy to hear, but it's wonderful when it
Yeah,
happens.
that day I was so confused. I said, you don't even need I was insulted. I said, you don't even need paper in the photocopy. I said, no, we can get our own paper in the photocopy. Go home because you have nothing to do. You come here to talk to us and you don't let us work. Travel, do whatever you want, but stay away from the office because you're
I love
distracting us.
it.
I'm like,
I
man,
love it.
I'm coming to help. I said, no, no, you're not coming
No,
to
no,
help. You come
you're
to talk
yeah,
to
you're
us.
making things worse.
You're coming to talk to us because you have nothing to do. So come do something. So the whole
I
point
love
is
it.
that the yeah, create and we come back to culture. I remember
Mhm,
that I created that culture in my first company. I was thinking, my biggest nightmare was the girls because all my managers they were girls, women, and my worst nightmare is the girls are gonna go alone for a drink or something, and because
mhm.
I'm the boss, they're gonna cut me out. And I'm thinking, no way that they're gonna cut me out because I'm the boss. So I always try to fit into the group, regardless that I was the boss and they are this and but and somehow I developed. I start without knowing, kind of by accident.
Mhm.
I start to develop leadership into organization because something that happened when they coming to me and say, Harry, we had this problem. I said, well, do you, I put a sign behind my desk. Come with three solutions if you have a problem. If you have a question, come with three solutions. Don't come here with no solutions. So they were coming and with the three solutions, and then I would tell them, okay, pick one. No, no, you. I said, no, no, no. With the solution, pick one. If it works, if it doesn't, we try something else. You have a chance to pick the best
Yep.
solution, and you will be executing this. So I can give you an opinion, but at the end of the day, I'm not certain if this is gonna work or not. So at the time, after 6 months, they already got the idea that hey, this
Mhm,
is not about
mhm.
Harry telling me anything. This is all I mean having a problem. I create some solution,
Yeah,
try out something.
yeah.
If it works, and after we embed this in the culture of the company, yeah, I was not needed anymore. I remember my manager, Eva, she was coming to see me once a month to tell me what she had done, to inform me. It's not like I have an opinion. Said, look, I did this, I removed this. I'm like, okay, we increased sales by that because I did this, we're not going to do this. I'm like, okay, okay, can I? No, we're going to do this. Okay, fine.
You guys do it.
It
Well,
was
that frees
amazing.
you up, then go do your genius, right? Which is
Yeah.
coming up with ideas and thinking of
Mm.
different places to go and things
They
to do.
find
I
better
mean, do
houses.
a podcast.
I was renting houses and I was after rented by unit, so I found myself like 8 houses. The rest 20, the guys found it. They all were better than the houses that I found. The
Of
clients that
course.
they found, they were all better than mine. When they rented more expensive, they were doing everything better than
Of
me.
course. Of course. It's
So
brilliant when that
the whole point
happens.
is like this, that your team, when you hire and you train them effectively and
Hmm.
you have leverage, your company life can turn off
Yeah.
overnight. It's not about your companies. You have that freedom. You see, you can open another business like you doing, for example, be also there as well. I opened several.
Yep. You know
Tell
what
me
it's
about it.
like.
Yeah, yeah,
You know
yeah. I
what it's
opened
like.
restaurants. I did so many crazy things.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the other thing too that I truly believe is the ripple effect, right?
mm,
There's that you start with a little thing and it grows bigger and bigger and bigger. What motivates me? I think about not only my clients who I'm helping out and making a difference in their lives, but looking about the VAs, and your VA now has 3 kids,
mhm,
right? And her ability to have a nice life. And she's taking care of her kids and she's taking care of her extended family, not to mention all the people that she's helped, that because of you, the ripple effect of millions of people whose lives you're touching because
mm,
of your work. I mean, it's
yeah.
phenomenal. And that's what
At
drives
the
me every
early
day.
in the early days, it's like what remember what she was telling when the babies are small and facing issues because she couldn't come to work and she was tired and everything. And we talked to her and said, well, why we make this process easy? And they told her, well, if we have a TV, the kids can watch the TV and I can work. And I'm like, Lily, get a TV. Stay away. That was the Asian one TV. Come on. Get the huge TV for the kids to watch. For goodness sake. So sometimes
Little things like that make a
because,
difference.
you feel a drop in performance and until you don't talk, and you do not. So her situation changed
Yeah.
dramatically because now she have a first baby, and now the times are different and everything, and and then she has another baby and everything, and we have to let's work out to see how can we help, what can we do, what is the issue. Obviously the situation changed when you working with them for so many years like us, and we have to navigate all the changing of situations. They move houses, and then why internet is not fast now? No, because I move house. And oh god, now internet there in the new house. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
they
Yep.
get married. One of our VAs now got married and say, okay, there you go. Go, we give you 1 month for you to enjoy your holiday time, your wedding, weeks before, weeks after, to prepare that.
Mhm.
And Lily's mean like, we're not gonna have this guy for a month. I said, no, Lily's getting married, so we need to allow
Yep.
her as a human being. We need to give him time so he
Yep.
can marry in peace before.
Yes.
Don't worry, he come
Yes.
back after.
Yes.
So this happened recently, and they got married, they got kids, they got this, and as an employee, at the long term, you have to navigate. We got this, and it's quite exciting. Yeah, the most important is to keep them all in our like I said, the retention rates, they are
It's crucial.
unseen.
It's
Yeah,
crucial.
but they are.
Yeah.
We never seen the best huge retention rate, and as a
Yeah.
company owners, we need to do the best that we can to accommodate them. So Anna, that's
100%.
been wonderful. I think that you have a very good business, to be honest, in my honest opinion.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate that. From another
and
serial entrepreneur, that's really great high praise. So
yes,
thank
yes,
you.
you have a great business that can save a lot of time to entrepreneurs,
Yep.
and some of them, because I discovered this power by accident.
Yes. Yep.
By accident. It was, uh, but when I find out, to the point that when COVID came, everybody, oh, we want to work from home. We need to do this. We need to do that. And in my company, we already is looking at each other and said, well, we have been working remotely since years now, so
Yep.
nothing
That's
changed.
got it. We
Nothing.
know how to do it. Right.
COVID, we,
Exactly.
the whole team was abroad anyway. We all managed everything online, so it didn't. The only thing is that we didn't do live events
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
We started to do them online, but the team is that do the marketing, everything that is based there. They are all online anyway. So the whole
Right. Right.
thing. Okay, Anna. So tell me a bit more again. If someone want to find out about your company and want to know more about you, how they can find you, how this process works.
Terrific. Just go to my website, maxyourtime.com. Send an email to
I
me,
like the name.
Anna. Yes, thank you. Anna at maxyourtime.com is my email. Send it to me. Get on a phone call with me. Let's have a chat. Let's find out what you're needing. And let my team help you find your ideal VA so that you can focus only on what you can do and you can soar.
And with that note, see you in our next episode of Unstoppable, how a brave entrepreneur like Anna break that wall and achieve the first million. Bye for now.
Bye. Thank you.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.